Hello, everyone. My name is Luke Grunmeyer. I am an Event Services Coordinator for Kaufman Memorial Union, and welcome to Mazevo. Mazevo is a new event management system used for reserving event spaces. This new system is web-based and a lot more intuitive that makes things easier for everyone involved. Once your account has been created and password updated, your home screen will look very similar to this. As you can see, the options are very to the point and eliminates most of the guesswork. Let's start with the event book. Alrighty. It's a pretty standard setup, shows both the rooms, the time slots that are being used, and scroll further down and you can see that there are actually multiple buildings and outside spaces that are listed. Anywhere you see a solid block, that shows that there is currently an event being held at this time. You can view all buildings that are currently on Mazevo through the filter button up here. If you know that you would like to specifically view one building or outside spaces, you can click the X on the filter to remove them from your search in the event book. Now, let's say you want to host a meeting in the Mississippi room on January 12th, 2021 from 1 p.m. to, let's say, 3 p.m. So let's go ahead and click down here. Perfect. Looks like there are no events reserved during this time. So to reserve a space, there are a couple of avenues we can take. We can either click on the Mazevo icon up here, bringing us back to the home page, or we can click on this top bar area where it says My Events, or hover over the events and a drop-down menu will appear. However way you choose to go, let's go to My Events screen. Now that we are here, we can see a couple of events listed. I want to direct your attention to the colors on the left of the event box. Blue means confirmed, and orange means that your request is still being reviewed. To create a request, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a button for Add New Request. Let's go ahead and start. One of my favorite features from the student and department's perspective is this booking bar. Knowing what the system will ask you will be a nice little checklist to see if all pieces of your event has been ironed out. For the first section, event information, let's go ahead and fill this out. Another nice feature, once you've registered yourself in the system and we've assigned you to an organization, once you click on organization or department, the name of your organization or department should be listed. And if you're involved in multiple organizations and or departments, those would be listed as well. And for our event, we're projecting around 40 people. One thing to note that certain rooms have a capacity limit, so if your projected amount of people for your event is more than the room, it will not show up. This help prevents the possibility of having 100 people stuffed into a small conference room. So we're going to go ahead and click next. Another thing to note when making a request, ensure to add the projected setup time and teardown time for your event. So let's say 12 p.m. to around 4 p.m. So we're going to assume that it's going to take us an hour to set up and tear down. Now let's click the date that we want, January 12th. Another useful thing about this is that you can create multiple dates in one request. So if there was another day that we wanted to select, we could certainly do that. But for this tutorial, we'll only focus on one event. Once everything is good, we're going to go on to the next point. For building, it will show all the buildings that are currently on Mazevo. Being that we want to reserve the Mississippi room, we'll select Kaufman Memorial Union. And then we can go from here. Um, if you do end up going directly into My Events to reserve an event space and don't see the room you'd like, that means that someone has put in a request for the room. Once we click on the Mississippi room, then we can select a room setup. For this event, let's say we're wanting to do something unique, but we haven't quite got all the logistics planned. So we can select undecided. Once you are here in the process, you will not be able to go to previous booking rules, so it is important that you've double checked your information to this point. If there is something wrong or inputted incorrectly, click cancel in the upper left hand corner and restart the process. Now looking at service providers, these checkboxes are used for you to provide any additional information that will assist us in our planning meeting with you and your organization or department. For our event, we would need some audio-visual equipment, so let's click AV request. We also have our event agenda ready, so let's go ahead and click that box as well. And we have an idea of what we would like to do, but haven't quite got the logistics of the setup. So let's also select setup information, and then we'll click next. From here, we select the box, then fill in any information that is relevant. Then setup information here. Perfect. And then we will click next. Then we'll answer if there are any catering for the event or if there will be alcohol served. For our event, we'd like to get an outside caterer and we will not be serving alcohol. And then once we're ready to go, we click submit. Now you can see this event in my events page. From there, someone in our office will go over the information and reach out. So that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for our new system, Mazevo. I'm really enjoying the utility as someone who processes and coordinates events, and I'm certain that you and your organization or department will enjoy our new system as well. Feel free to reach out to our office at suares@umn.edu for any questions, comments, or feedback points. The system gets updated on a regular basis and enjoy receiving feedback for us and other clients. Thank you everyone for tuning in and can't wait to help with your future events.